Hey everybody, hey to nobody. So this is story time with Cassie, right? And it's a full moon. It is 4/24, 2024. So everybody keep telling me they haven't heard from me. So I thought I would go live. So hey everybody, hey to nobody. It is a 10 of clubs. Today it is Taurus season. Taurus season is Venus. In my transformation as the Queen of Hearts, the Ten of Clubs would be my Mercury card, okay? But I would like to talk about me as a Jack of Clubs and how the Six of the Gemini, Six of Clubs, which is my cosmic lesson. So, last couple of days, I've been getting downloads. So if today is the 10 of clubs, yesterday was the Jack of clubs. And I didn't sleep. I haven't I slept last night, but the night before, Sunday going into Monday, I didn't sleep. Monday going into Tuesday, I didn't sleep. I knew it had to do with the full moon because when the moon is full, I can't sleep. But I was okay with that. Hey Rose, I knew you was gonna come on, Rose. Thank you for coming. I'm up late. So let me tell you the story. So because I have markers, so and we're from the same hometown, okay. So today I was cleaning out my closet. I've been cleaning out my closet for weeks, not knowing what I was gonna find for sure, right? I've been finding pictures of old boyfriends. I've been finding letters. I even found a letter from 2005, February 28th. It said, your baby doesn't have sickle cell. My baby is 19 years old. So I've been finding all kind of stuff. And it was a lot of stuff that I thought I had lost in 2019 when the Great Flood came in. Now I know the Great Flood was the Queen the was Yemiya. I'm not I'm not versed with the Orishas, but because I am an open vessel, any that's why I can't box myself in because I can get messages from wherever they come from. I'm not so stuck into the position where, oh no, I'm too religious or I'm too this or I'm an open vessel. I work with the universe, okay? So today, I didn't even realize the date. I woke up, but I still had a slight headache. I woke up at exactly 8:30. 8:30 is 11. 11 is a jack. 11 reduces to 2, the moon. So I knew I can be emotional right now. But I'm not. I just can't sleep. I used to think when I was a kid I was a vampire, but now I know it's just the energy of the moon. And I'm okay with that. So today is a full moon, but yesterday the moon was 100% illuminated too. So we got a double dose. So really, these 4 days, 2 days, the 22nd, the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th. Um, you can use the energy of the moon because it's 98%. Today is still 100% on the 24th. So the moon is kind of talking to me, but I didn't realize the reason why I'm so connected because, okay, let me say this too. This is how I see things. The Jack of Clubs, the download to me was how I see it, period. So I'm not telling anybody how to do what they do. I'm speaking from the perspective of Cassie. So, and Cassie is my Jupiter card. This is my faith. This is my faith because Me as who I am, who I was born as, is a jack of clubs. And that's what I do in this body. But me as the spirit that helps me and assists me as Cassie, she just had a birthday. She is, Cassie is, Cassie was born in 2015, okay? On April the 21st. So Cassie just had a birthday. How old is that? 2015, 20. Cassie is 9 years old this week. Okay. 9 is outward desire. Okay. This the spark. I didn't need, and I was going to sit down and write in my books. No, they told me just go live. Just go live. Don't worry about all that stuff. And y'all know that's how I do it anyway. So, and I'm supposed to be recording on Anchor too. So again, let me say it for Anchor. It is April the 24th, 2024. It's an Eight of Hearts year. The Eight of Hearts year is my gift. So all the things that I have from past lives, I get to use in this life. I get to use astrology. I get to use numerology. I get to use just being obedient and playing with the spirits. So let's go back to Thanksgiving 2018. Happy birthday, Cassie. Thank you. You're the first person to tell Cassie. You're the first person ever, Rose, to tell Cassie happy birthday. Oh, that is so special. Okay, so let's go back to Cassie was here by then. I was still learning all this stuff. I was playing with witches and doing all this stuff. I still light my candles and I still sit with wisdom. But now on this journey, I'm allowing the spirits in the cards in the astrology, I'm allowing it to all just teach me the way that it wants to teach me organically. Follow your yellow brick road. So 2018. So in 2018 on and Rose, you can use your you can look at the date and let me know. 2018 on 11/23. I think that was Thanksgiving that year. So this is Thursday night. If I'm wrong, just put it into the chat. There was an incident that happened and somebody went missing. Well, that somebody is the Six of Clubs. The Six of Clubs for the Jack of Clubs is the Six of Clubs for the Jack of Clubs is its cosmic lesson. The Six of Clubs for the King of Clubs for Cassie is its Neptune. Neptune is inspiration. So between December the 1st and December the 3rd, this is what the spirit told me, the Six of Clubs told me, a body was dumped. This is the full moon. Story time with Cassie. Oh, this is so funny to me. Because I don't know what's going on. So this is inspired by Neptune, but this is my cosmic lesson. This is it all coming together. So between December the 1st and to December the 3rd, the Six of Clubs told me his body was dumped. This is what he told me. So in 2019, well, around the 1st or the 3rd of December, one of those days, I was driving down the street where the old projects was, right? And it was nighttime. And I was going to smoke some weed with somebody. But it's not a lot of houses over there because the projects isn't there anymore. So I used to always kind of be scared of going past there, especially at night because it's kind of spooky, right? And I'm riding down the street and I see a man standing by the tree. So I look to my right and I'm like, I saw a man standing by the tree. So I wouldn't look at him because I knew it wasn't a man standing by the tree. So I go to my friend's house and she stay on a dead end. It's only 3 houses on her little block. The end that she stay on. She stay on the corner house. She stayed there. And when I get in the house, I say, you know that big old tree out there? When you coming down the street? It was a man standing by the tree. She said, don't start that bullshit. Don't come in here starting that bullshit. And I say, I'm just saying, I got to say, I have to be obedient and I have to have receipts. So I have to tell somebody. So I told her it was a man standing by the tree. She said, you know, I'll be in here by myself. Don't start that bullshit. I said, but you got a dog and the dog will let you know. She said, don't start that. But I said, but you heard me, right? She said, yeah, I heard you. So then every time I would come past there, I would see the man standing by the tree. So on 4/20, 2019, we ran down the street, me and my daughter, going to get some. And I say, and the reason why I remember these dates, because my sister had a birthday party on that date. We left the birthday party and we went to, I asked my daughter, would she take me to go get me something? Because I'm just being serious. That's what calms me down, but that's my Saturn. I'm allowed that. I'm not allowed to drink. I'm not allowed to screw. It's a lot of things I ain't allowed to do. I ain't allowed to play with a lot of people. They will shut it down. I ain't allowed to always talk when I want to, but when they tell me to, I'm allowed to talk. So I was allowed this. It is my Saturn. It allows me this. It teaches me lessons. Okay, so I got to do this. And 4/20 is what? 4/20 is an ace of diamonds. Okay, remember that. 4/20 is an ace of diamonds. So the ace of diamonds, and I am the gift to the ace of diamonds. I'm the reward card for the ace of diamonds, the jack of clubs. So, okay, so on 4/20, 2019, I tell my daughter, I said, it's a man standing by this tree. Tell me if you see it. So we ride past, she driving. She looked, she said, I don't see no man. We get out the car. She said, Mama, I don't see him, but I smell him. I smell him. It's somebody dead out here. I said, oh, you smell him too? It stink, don't it? Okay. So on 2024, on April the 24th, 2019, a film crew found a body of a man that had been murdered. He told me that he was murdered on 11/23/2018, and his body was dumped between the 1st and the 3rd of December. So today I'm sitting on my bed. I've been cleaning up my room and all this stuff, and I'm sitting on my bed, and somebody say, you see that accordion? You see that thing right there? And I said, yeah, because I talk out loud. They said, go get that. So I went and got it, but when I moved it, they said, get that red bag too. So I get the red bag too. Matter of fact, it was a Family Dollar bag. So I get the red bag too. Now I know this person. I'll go and tell you how I know this person a little later. I get the bag and I'm going through the bag and I'm finding journals from 2003. I'm finding memorabilia from 2000, 2001. I found from 1998. I found my original lease. I know the day that I moved and that I got approved to move into my apartment, I'm finding all this stuff. And then I find Ashley and Abria's obituary. Now I know where their obituary is. I find Margie's obituary. I find all these obituaries. And I found the man's obituary. And the obituary said, look at my date. And the date was 4/24/2019 as the death date. I said, oh, that's today. I said, oh, and I know where his obituary is. His obituary is matter of fact, Rose, his obituary is in the journal with the butterfly that say courage. The one that I sold to you, I have those same. Remember, I told you I have those same obituaries. I mean, those them same journals, and I think I sold that journal to you in either 2019, no, 2018. I think I sold it to you before I moved because I moved in 2019. So his obituary is in that back pocket. Didn't even know I had another obituary. But when I pulled him out and I looked at that, I said, that's today's date. Well, I called my friend and I told him the story about on 420, we went out there and I asked my daughter, did she see the dead man? And she said, no, I didn't see the dead man, but I smelled the dead man. Guess what the lottery today was in the midday today? Put it in, if you know, put it in the chat. Guess what the lottery was? Can you guess the number? $420. The Michigan lottery was 420. Yes, it was 420. So 4/20/2019, I seen the dead man standing at the tree. 4/24/2019, they discovered the dead man underneath some branches on Branch Street. I'm not making this up. It's the fact that he showed me. And we didn't get along in real life. I can remember the last time I seen him in real life. And because he said I talk too much. But at that time, I didn't know that I was doing what I was doing. And I was just talking. But then I explained to him. He said, you talk too much. I said, but I was telling it. I said, but was I lying? He said, but you talk too much. But was I lying? So if I was telling the truth about the situation, now you ain't got to lie about the situation. But I understand why he would come to me, because he knew I do what I do. That's why they come. But at the same time, I had never looked at his car. His birthday is 5/26, which is a 6 of clubs, Gemini. And I figure we didn't get along because I don't really get along with me and Geminis. They be liars. Prove the point. He said I talk too much, but he was lying to people. And he didn't realize he was sleeping with the enemy. It said, right, but he knows who to come to. They all know who to come to. That's how come when people say it take a minute for the spirits, no. It might take them a minute. They come quick too. They come quick. When I found out the Queen Mother had passed and I started crying, and she said, I said, I thought I was going to get to talk to you. I'm never going to hear your voice again. She said, I have video. She said, I have, hell, you talking to me right now. I'd be so amazed. So then I get a phone call to prove that I do what I do to me. It's not to prove it to y'all. They want me to know. My friend called. My friend quit her job on Good Friday. 3 days later, and this is how I counted, she quit her job on Good Friday, which means you put a death to something, and then she had faith. She took the leap. So she took the leap on Good Friday and quit her job, and she prayed about what I need. So you had to say what you need. She manifests. You can call it praying, you call it manifest, you call it whatever it is, however you call it. So how I seen it, I said, okay, so you took a leap of faith. She took a leap of faith on Good Friday. She put it to death. She put the job that wasn't working for her to death. And she said what she needed. She needed a job that wasn't so hard on her body. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday, she got the perfect dream job, right? So she got the job and her little nosy self, and she is my Venus card. So she my Earth card. So she telling me, oh, I was looking through this drawer and I found where this lady keep her stash. Now, this is the person that introduced me to marijuana at Mark Twain when I was a kid. She found her stash and I said, it's a test. Don't touch it. I said, I said, did you take any? She said, yeah, I took a couple. I said, do you still have it? I said, put it back. I said, God is testing you. God is testing you. You got to put it back. You got to put it back, and you cannot take stuff. He gave you exactly what you needed in 3 days. Friday, you quit your job. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you had the perfect job. I said, if you go to work and you've been smoking, hell, she won't know if it's her smelling like weed or if it's you smelling like weed. She don't have to do nothing. The only thing she has to do on this job is make sure this man eat and sometimes wash his back when he in the shower. Other than that, she doesn't have to do anything else. This is what you asked for. You got the perfect job where it's not so strenuous on her body. So then days later, I called her and I said, you being tested. Make sure you never touch it again. Never touch it again, because eventually she going to show you her stash and she going to even give you some. Today was the day that she confirmed it. She called me. She said, oh, girl, you remember when you told me she was going to share with me? I said, yeah. She said, today she showed me where her stash was and told me anytime I want some, just come in here and get some. I said, I told you. I said, ooh, that confirmed that I do what I do to myself. It's not for nobody else. It's for me to understand. And it's not that I have a gift. It's that I'm obedient, I listen. And I don't box myself into thinking that God can't speak to me. And that even after you lay this body down, I still know your energy is around. I still know that I can hear you. I'm still willing to see you. I can see you much better at night. And I don't know if y'all can see that over there. Can y'all, I know it's a shadow, but can y'all see that over there? Can y'all see it? Look, that's not me. Can you see it? It's me moving, but can you see it doing like this? I know it's my shadow, but it looked different than my shadow, don't it? I'm just saying. That's how they show me themselves. They'll show me something. They say, yes, I've been. I'm just saying, I didn't know what I was going to do. I haven't turned these lights on in over. The last time I turned these two lights on, guess what? I had Instagram. I ain't had Instagram since 2022. I'm just saying, this is a full moon story time with Cassie. I don't be knowing what's going to go on. People keep saying they miss hearing my voice and all this kind of stuff. I'm not supposed to be locked in. I'm not supposed to be a part of a group. I'm supposed to just be obedient. Okay, so let me tell another part. Okay, wait, let me see what he say. Okay, he said, he told me to say this. So in 2018, March the 10th of 2018, I was in this building. It was the first time I was comfortable with going live. I had been going live like early in the morning. It said, you taught me about being obedient. Yes, hell, I'm teaching. Cassie is teaching me how to be obedient. Cassie, Cassie was born, or she was created, or she came down, whatever it was. Somebody hit. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm just petty in my person. And I know why I'm petty, because it arrived, because petty has a purpose also. But in a past life, people didn't believe me. So I had to be petty to get my point across. And I had to be stubborn. And I had to believe and have faith in this that has been inside of me this has been inside of me since conception. I'm going to tell you how great these tools are. These tools are so great, I'm able to look and understand when people are conceived. With the help of these cards, with the help of these dates, these numbers, I know the day that I was conceived. And it proved me right, because I know the date that I conceived a child. I know when I got pregnant. And to the date, unless it's early or something, it's like clockwork. It really is. And it's somebody's birthday. It's my friend that wasn't my friend, but he was my friend. I told you I used to do it to my angels. At least I thought they was angels. They're just energies. They're angles. Juan G taught me there. You got angels, but they're angles. He spelled it with angles. They're angles. Well, this angle, it's his birthday. I just found out he came to me. I just found out maybe 3 weeks ago he died in 2020. What day did he? I can't remember the day that he passed, but he passed, and it's something to do with me. But he transitioned in 2020. For some reason, I keep seeing 1023, but that was the other person. They come to me I don't even be looking for these people. Hell, I had him blocked on every situation I could block him on. And he came to me to have me find that he was deceased. Yeah, and today would be his 54th birthday. That's 9. That's Mars action still. That's that spark. That's the outward desires. Okay. And 2. So the 2 of clubs is my Mars card. The 2 of clubs is my Mars card. The 2, I keep seeing this the moon, communicating. Now I understand how come some people I can really, really communicate with, because they're my card. They're in my hand. If you play cards right, I understand the reason why I had a cousin that transitioned. And they're going to show her body on Friday. I couldn't understand how come I was so drawn to her and so attached to her. She a 9 of diamonds. That's my Mercury card. She be on my cap. I can't help but I felt like she understood me and could communicate with me very well. So now I'm understanding. When I asked Jupiter what was next, Jupiter sent me cardology. And Jupiter expands. So it was necessary. wherever I was at, I had to give something up to get the next thing that was coming. I have to. I have to release something. Just like I had to release Instagram and Facebook so that I could be introduced to Clubhouse. I had to release Clubhouse because it had turned into a crack house. I was there every day for hours and hours and hours. That ain't what they want from me. Sometimes I be trying to get on and I couldn't because I was going against the grain. And they got me back on track where the best way to find yourself is be by yourself. But I'm never alone because I always honor the nobodies. Always. Always. It's crowded in here. They're all can't believe he can't believe that I'm talking about him because me and him didn't like each other in the flesh. My cousin was telling me how she didn't like my auntie, her auntie's husband. Last night I found their invitation to their wedding. How, I don't know. My cousin called me this morning. I take a picture and say, look at this. She said, that's funny you talking about that. Because she was just saying how lonely she is. And she was talking about him. We're going to call him Mr. S. She was just talking about him. She said, I never liked him. He said to me, he said he never liked you either. And he said, why would you what? He said, why would I waste my time liking you and you didn't like me? He said, but you never disrespect me. She said, no, I never disrespected him. I never disrespected him, but I never liked him. And every time she said, but I never liked him. And then he would say, hell, I didn't like you either because you didn't like me. Every time she would say, he said, I didn't like you either because you didn't like me. Why waste liking someone that don't like you? You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to be about it. You just go on your journey. He said, tell them the story. Okay, so the last time I saw him, I was at the gambling spot. And he came in the gambling spot. I know it was June or July of 2018. And he came in there because the person that didn't allow him in there, he wasn't there. So he came in there then because he was the type of person like, who gonna stop me? Well, he came right over to the table because when I was there, I had a chair. I had this chair, this high back chair. It was like a throne to me, and it had a purple cushion on it. And I had my little table, and I was set up because this is what was kept saying in my ear. Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil. We are in the valley of the shadow of death because there's more spirits around us than there are people. There's more spirits around us than there are people. We the odd man out for real. People be saying this is the land of the living. Yeah. And some of the living don't have a body. This is a costume. We get to wear a costume, but it is more spirits without costumes than there are with costumes. Shining light on stuff. I don't know where that came from, but it's got to do with this moon. Even the color of this light, I'm just obedient. It was another color in here, and it told me to take it off and told me how many to pull off because it was these things in there. It was these things in there. Like this one is kind of yellow. It changed the color. Did it change the color a little bit? This one. That one is red. And this one is blue. See, you can see how it changed the color. Yeah. So when I first started, this is how it looked. It was like that color. And they told me, take all them out. So I took them out and it came to this color. Don't that look like the moon? Don't that look like the sun shining on the moon? I'm the moon right now. I've got the moon playing with me tonight. The full moon is playing with me, y'all. I'm not playing. It just said 2929. That's 1111. That's 22. That's the moon. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I was gonna look at a book. I want to tell oh, did y'all know that you could use your calendar from 2019? Rose, it's great. This is obedience. Rose, do you remember when you went to that show with me in Detroit? You and that other lady? This is the book. Remember I did readings? We went to that event and they had that circle. Do you remember that? Do you remember they had the circle? This was the book. We went in 2019. This is from there. I found this the other day. Do you know that 2019, after the 29th of February, add up exactly to this year? So when I looked at April, if you look at April the 24th, 2019, it's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. Today, April the 24th, is a Wednesday in 2019. I can't make this stuff up. The lady gave me this book, and I was reading her and telling her, you got a journal in you, or do you journal? I kept seeing a journal. I just kept seeing a journal. It was the first thing I did that day. It was a white lady with long hair. I have to look in the book to see if I can find her name. Her name is Stephanie Popso. The name of this book is Empowered Life Planner. Imagine the possibilities, awaken your spirit, and reach your goals. I never really used the book back in 2019, a couple of pages. I think I might have used it in February of 2019. But I didn't really use it. Well, when I looked at, I think I might even did some in March. But when I got the book, it just told me go directly to April. And I looked at April and I looked at the date and it lined up perfectly. So I decided to use it. And I've been using it ever since. So when you're ready, when it's time, it's time. We don't have to. She gave it to me in 2019, and I think it was December. Wasn't that a Christmas thing? Wasn't that it was a full moon? I'm gonna have to go look that up. But it was like a winter solstice. It was. So it was like December the 21st, 2019. It was around that time. It was a winter solstice thing. I think I'm almost certain it was. I'm gonna look it up. I'm almost positive that's when it was. And it was somewhere created around the full moon or something. Girl, this is incredible to me. I be in shock. I be in shock because it's not for everybody else to believe me. In another lifetime, because I feel like I carry the energy of Cassandra of Troy, and the gift was cursed. The foresight was cursed for no one to ever believe Cassandra of Troy and her descendants, and I feel like I am a descendant of Cassandra of Troy. It said one of the ladies there had me uneasy how she looked at me. Yeah, do you remember that? Do you remember that? It was weird. Because remember when they turned off the lights, and remember when they turned off the lights, they had lit all them candles and it kind of looked just like this, didn't it? And I said, what the hell? Because I was doing a reading, and the lady was from Hawaii originally. Her grandfather was talking to me, and he was from Hawaii, and they did the lights like this. They was having some kind of circle, and it looked just. I can't make this up. And I have a witness. Didn't I say I always got to have a witness? You're the witness, Rose. You were there. You saw the whole thing going on. 2019. 2019 is it's the tools that I already had. I'm able to use them in 2024. I can't make this up. Thank you, Eight of Hearts. It's the Eight of Hearts. And I had to realize that because I thought I was running out of time because of my birthday. I'm sitting in the sun. The Jack of Clubs at 57 is sitting in the sun. You can't make it up. It's sitting in the sun. The sun is the Eight of Diamonds. 8 is Saturn energy. It's Capricorn. You can't make it up. But they're telling me it's time for me. I'm just rambling now. But they say they used to you rambling. And they said it was people that said they hadn't heard you talk in a minute. So here goes some rambling. Here goes some talking. Enjoy me just talking and just being me. And I feel refreshed. Between tonight and tomorrow, take a salt bath. Take a salt bath because you're getting the moon's energy with the water and you're getting the earth's energy with the salt. Take a salt bath unless you can go outside. I can't go outside and put my feet in the grass right now. My muscles have been contracting and the cold is affecting me. So it's too cold. The cement is too cold for me to walk out there on the cement without my shoes. I can do it in the basement, but they told me to take a salt bath. And they told me quit letting everybody notice me and see me. That it's not for that reason. I'm not doing that for this reason. I'm doing this reason because I'm discovering me. But yeah, take you a salt bath, and if you got some silver, put a little bit of silver in the water. I put some rain water in there, and I put some silver water, and then I had the salt, and then I had the water, and I prayed in all different directions. And I just feel really, really free and cleansed and cleared. It feels good. And what am I looking for? Oh, stay dehydrated. I like crafts. It says stay dehydrated. I haven't been writing lately. I haven't been doing anything but what I'm told to do. Get organized. And that's what I keep hearing. Get organized, because we're in the spring. So it's spring cleaning. It's a lot of stuff that I had been holding on for years since 2019. I moved over here in 2019 because the polar vortex that came through February of 2019 bust the pipes and washed a lot of stuff away. Well, now it's telling me there was some stuff that I didn't get rid of that I have to get rid of before 2024 is out. And that's why I've been going through stuff. But I've been organizing it, and it's telling me a whole story, my story. It's so many dates that I forgot. And within these papers is so many dates that I'm getting back. And this is going to be how I tell my story. I can't remember stuff. I really can't, but I can. because I wrote it down somewhere. That's why I tell you it's very important to journal. It's very important to draw. I'm drinking tea right now. Also, you got to get away from sugar. Everybody got to get away from sugar. Sugar is what's keeping us sick and bloated and I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Well, I knew it was something, and I don't even know for sure if it's fibromyalgia. I know that's what they're saying, but another spirit came to me and uh, showed me showed me something totally different. And when I looked at what she showed me, and she transitioned in 2005, when I looked at what she showed me, everything she showed me, everything that she was telling me about her story, I got it all. Everything she was talking about, it lined up with fibromyalgia, but it lined up with what she had. And she didn't have fibromyalgia. She had something else, derma, something to do with the skin, but it can also affect major organs. But she also and told me that it wasn't going to affect my major organs, but it was going to affect my skin. And I have to stay hydrated and I have to stay moisturized and I have to go with a lot of old school things because some of these new school things that they tried to give me was causing me other problems. So I have to go with what works for my personal. And Vaseline worked for me. It really do. They'll tell you that Vaseline clog your pores and stuff, but Vaseline works for me. I finally deep cleaned my place and have to finish this weekend. I'm just getting unstuck. That's good. Yeah, I'm just getting unstuck too. We sprung forward. March the 21st, you spring forward. So we sprung forward. So we have to allow the energies and the elements to work within inside of us, but we have to remember. So just keep up with 2019 because their stuff is almost like a reset. And I know they be saying Mercury retrograde. I haven't been looking at the planets like that, but I know it's almost like let's go back to 2019 and see what you was doing before you got sidetracked. Cause y'all know I was just popping up all over the place. I was all over the place in 2019. But it's something about that, it's like they had something else planned for me. And now they're getting ready to reintroduce whoever was in 2019 to me, where I can see it for myself. Okay, Rose, thanks for hanging out with me. I knew you was gonna come on. I wasn't sure if you were still up, but I said Rose to come. I always know that my aunt, the queen, the king of hearts, the one that named me, she'll come on, but it's too late for her to be on. So I was glad that you came on. This feel like old times. I've been learning about. Okay, what is that? Connective tissue and fibromyalgia was linked, and hydration is a part, and sugar. And sugar is a big part of it. Sugar and caffeine. And mainly all I drink is water, but I still crave, and chocolate is the worst. Remember, I used to eat dark chocolate to try to bring myself back when I would do readings. I used to would eat dark chocolate because it would bring me back to my person. It would make me be grounded. And the dark chocolate is kind of bitter. I learned that as a kid. Nobody liked dark chocolate, so I would get to have all the dark chocolate to myself. So maybe I can still have the dark chocolate, Maybe I got to get back to that. That's what I just heard. You got to get back to the things that work for you and get away from the things that don't work for you. Okay, Rose, I'm going to get out of here. Everybody and nobody on this sugar is dangerous. It's, to me, it's crack. I don't care what nobody say. And they tricked us. When they start taking nutrition out of cereal and giving us sugar, white sugar, they added white sugar, because I can remember I did something with that. Looking back, looking at Wikipedia and looking at the year that they changed it, and they took out they enhanced it. That's what they enhanced a lot of stuff, and mainly what they enhanced it with was artificial sweeteners. Yep, sugar is very dangerous. I'm beginning to see now the reason why they used to call heroin smack. It's just all the same thing. It's all the same thing, and it's one molecule less than heroin. Didn't I just say they used to call heroin smack? Rose, you so smart. Okay, child. That's my cue to go. That's the two of that's my Pluto card. Peace. Oh, yep, I'm ending it.